You're gonna have a major shiner.
Yeah, I know.
Just let me... All right, hold on a second.
Nurse Goddard. 212 East. Nurse Linda Goddard. 212 East.
What's all this tripe about Allison Schuyler?
Did you see me pulling any strings behind her back? Allison was telling the truth. Listen, when the board rules, they're gonna reinstate me, and you are gonna be tossed out on your head without a helmet.
Not if you withdraw the complaint.
Forget it.
Would you rather I told the world how you worked your way through college?
Being a waitress is not a crime.
You worked your way through college as an escort service. And even that's a fancy word for it.
You lying bastard.
You have exactly an hour to withdraw your complaint. Or I tell the world that you earned your way through college flat on your back as a hooker.
All right. No, not too much. No.
Stop it.
You know what? Devlin is going to go to jail for this, and I am going to sue him for everything he's got.
Yeah, well, Devlin will look good in prison orange.
They're going to throw the book at him, and I'm going to make sure it hurts. Ow!
What happened to you?
Devlin thought he needed a new sparring partner.
So he hit you?
Well, he didn't send me flowers, Joe. I'm sorry.
That's it. I'm gonna kill him.
Well, kill who?
Devlin, look at her.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll live, but Devlin might not if Joe catches up to him.
Yeah, I would stop him before...
Before he does something to Devlin, no need to say any more.
Just for a second, will you?
Dr. Mullins, orthopedics.
What in the world could be taking your son so darn long?
Does he have one of those horrible beeper things? Maybe you should call that.
Where were you?
What took you so long?
Where was I?
Yes, where were you? I've been waiting at the lab where Victor had his test.
Nobody told you to wait outside the lab.
We were supposed to meet right here.
I went to pick up Victor at the lab. The technician told me that she finished and you just took off.
I did not take off.
I've been looking all over the hospital for you.
We said the nurse's station. Doesn't anybody speak English? I came back here because this is where I was supposed to be.
And this is where I found him. He was here.
And I was supposed to be here. What did you think? That I was wandering the streets somewhere in a fog?
Where did this come from?
Oh, the lab technician used me for a pincushion. Can we please go home?
Please, let's go now.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Devlin!
Joe. Joe? Oh, my God.
He's dead.
Joe, you killed him?
I didn't kill him. I found him like this.
I know. I know. I believe you. His body's still warm, but the blood's already starting to dry. We have to call security. Whoever did this, they're probably still in the building.
You mean Eve?
Well, I didn't say that. We don't know who did this, Joe.
Karen, we have a pretty good idea.
It does look bad. Eve is all banged up, and she said Devlin did it, and now we find this.
Here, it's a fresh one.
Thank you.
Welcome. Well, I'd love to stay with you all day and party, but I'm on duty. You take care of that eye.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'll be fine.
Hey, if you're the White Knight, you're a couple punches too late. Yeah, well, should be fine. Anti-inflammatories for the swelling.
I know.
Couldn't find Devlin.
Good. It's just as well, because you would have smacked him around. And I don't need to be bailing my lawyer out of jail, not when I'm going to need him.
Why would you need a lawyer?
I'm going to sue him. Look at me.
Lamb.
Yeah. And the first thing I'm going to do is try and press charges. I want that guy in jail. And then I'm going to sue him for mental cruelty, duress, and whatever else I can think of. I'm suing him.
Where's your bracelet?
I lost it.
Do you have any idea where you lost it?
Well, it's got to be somewhere here in the hospital because I had it on when I got here and I haven't been anywhere since.
Well, maybe if you retraced your footsteps.
Somebody off Devlin.
What? Somebody hurt Devlin?
They stuck a fountain pen through his heart. Devlin's dead.
Dr. Clifton, 5563.
Now, where were you before you came into the lab and found the body?
563.
I was in the on-call room.
Were you there too?
Yes.
Jake. Is it true? Did someone really kill Bennett?
Yeah. Joe and Karen found him stabbed in the heart.
Oh, my God. I guess that's murder, all right.
What about Julie? Does anyone know where she is?
Yeah, she's on break.
Oh, no. She can't come back to this. Somebody's got to find her.
Dr. Lambert. Wow, that is some black eye. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Do you know who did it?
Well, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
How'd you get the black eye?
Bennett and I had an argument, but I didn't have anything to do with him dying.
I'd like to hear an explanation.
An explanation. You mean alibi, don't you?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Doc. I just want to know what you and Devlin fought about.
What happened? I heard that someone was killed.
Julie, I hate to be the one to tell you this. It was your father. He's dead. He's been murdered.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my God. I said I wished he was dead. Oh, my God. God.
Dr. Fritz Curtis, 5517.
We need you to identify the body.
Maybe it's not him. Maybe it's someone else.
Julie, I got to know both your parents during your abduction. I'm sorry, it is your father. I just need you to make a formal ID.
If it's a formality, can it wait?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I could do it.
Escort Dr. Devlin to the lab, please.
Frank.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Dr. Smith, 5017. Dr. Don Smith,
So, Dr. Lambert, what were you and Devlin fighting about?
She's not going to answer any questions.
Is there something you're not telling me, Dr. Lambert?
No.
Are you retaining Mr. Baldwin here as your attorney?
Garcia, let's be straight with each other. Dr. Lambert's innocence isn't the issue here. We both know how the system works, and unless she's under arrest, you're not going to interrogate her.
You see any rubber hose? These are questions, Mr. Baldwin, not an interrogation. Can she at least say where she's been for the last 2 hours? You said it yourself, Doc. I'm looking for an alibi.
Maybe I can help. She was with me.
Dr. Ramsey, right?
Yeah, Chris Ramsey. I walked in, I saw Devlin hitting her, pulled him off, and got her out of there. When we left, he was alive and kicking. He was mad, but he was alive.
Where was this?
It was a patient room. I don't remember the number.
Then what?
Well, I got her to the on-call room, put an ice pack on her face, and that was the last time either of us saw him.
Is this true?
I just remember getting punched, and then Chris was there.
Okay, but I'm gonna need a statement from both of you.
Code yellow. 6123 east. Code yellow. 6123 east.
Was Gail able to shed any light on your insomnia or all those horrible headaches?
Oh, it was nothing specific, but it was a productive session. I feel better than I did before.
Don't really look like you feel better.
Well, I'm no closer to finding out what happened when I was a kid, but I'm not going to force the issue anymore.
Which means what? What are we going to do now?
Gail thinks I'll remember when it's time. I'm inclined to agree with her.
I say phooey to that, Doc. I don't like that strategy. You are suffering from these horrible migraines all day, and you're not getting any sleep at night.
What do you have in mind there, Dr. Coe?
Well, as your doctor, I just would like us to maybe approach this problem from another angle. I think maybe we need to separate you from the source of all your tension.
And the source is?
Well... Victor! Good. You got out of that shirt, but I need that shirt so I can get it cleaned.
Oh, I don't want to have it clean.
Well, you have to. You can't wear it the way it was.
Well, I have no intention of wearing it. I'm going to throw it away.
You don't throw away a perfectly good shirt like that. It's nice.
I don't want to be a bother.
It's not a bother, Victor. We'll just run some water on it before the stain sets.
You got cold, icy cold water.
Well, you know, actually, if you want to remove a blood stain without a trace, you'd actually have to use Victor's own saliva.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have Victor spit on his own shirt. Listen, just give me the shirt, and I'll take it and have it cleaned.
Don't give it another thought. It's an old shirt. We're going to throw it out. End of discussion. But I do want to tell you both that it's nice to have family fussing over me. It's been a long time since I've lived with people I care about, and I do like living here. So that's why I want to do whatever I can to lighten the load, including the laundry. So please, let me be a help when I offer. I know I'm not the easiest man in the world to live with.
You wanted me to ask him to leave.
Well, you see, it's just because I think really you need to be healthy and happy in your own home here.
I can't ask him to move out now. Just have to find some other way to deal with it.
Let me do the laundry.
That's my father.
Did he have any enemies that you're aware of?
He was admired by a lot of people. He wasn't liked by many.
Can you be more specific? I'm sorry, I know this is hard.
Isn't there another time that we can do this?
I can do this, Frank.
Can you think of anyone that may have wanted to see your father dead?
Half the people in this hospital. Does that narrow it down?
Does that include you?
Detective.
Excuse me.
Yeah, what's up?
It appears there was a struggle. We found a couple of long strands of curly brown hair caught in one of the victim's cufflinks.
Like the daughters?
I would need a sample of the daughter's hair to rule out a match.
Thanks a lot. Julie, this is hardly the place to try to figure anything out. Would you mind coming down to the station and maybe answer a few questions?
Can't you finish asking your questions here so I can take her home?
Well, from what you've told me, it sounds like a lot of people want to see your father dead. Questioning might take a couple of hours. It might be easier down at the station.
Can Frank come with me?
Of course.
Then I'll go.
We want to find whoever did this as much as you do.
It's about time you got around to this.
I wasn't sure you wanted to.
I want to. Now.
A 9-year-old Metro girl has a new lease on life thanks to surgery at the hospital for sick children. Tracy Hooper was given the liver...
I am one of the most useful materials in the world, yet I am made from very
This court is not a gymnasium for the acrobatics of Michael Donegan, nor the city of New York.
All those channels, nothing worth watching. You should get, what's it called, pay-per-view.
Did you miss your soap today?
No, I taped it.
We interrupt this program for a special bulletin. I'm here at General Hospital, where police are investigating the scene of a grisly murder that took place only hours ago.
Lucy? Lucy, get in here!
What? What? Victor started another fire.
No. Someone's been murdered at the hospital.
Port Charles PD has revealed that Dr. Bennett Devlin, a renowned cardiologist, was the victim of a stabbing. Police are saying that Dr. Devlin was killed in his research lab at General Hospital. The police have no suspects. That's all the information we have at this time. This is Jason Tucker reporting at General Hospital.
Weren't we there about that time?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, not to speak ill of the dead, but he certainly seemed every bit as repellent as you made him out to be in your book. They probably deserved what he got.
Well, he was pompous and arrogant. A bit of a slug, as you called him, even smarmy. But Victor, you know, he really did save Kevin's life.
Well, that's not to say he might not have had some redeeming qualities.
Doc, this is so creepy. To have somebody in your book murdered and that same sort of character guy murdered in real life?
This is too bizarre.
Rather unfortunate example of life imitating art.
Here you go.
What did you do with him? With the body, I mean?
The medical examiner finished up at the crime scene. We moved your father to the morgue.
I need to make funeral arrangements.
The body hasn't been released yet.
You mean until after an autopsy?
That's right.
I have to call my mom. I should call my mom. She's out of the country. I don't even think she's reachable.
That explains why we haven't been able to reach her in Chicago. I know this is hard all the way around. I like to make things easier.
How so?
I like for Julie to submit fingerprints, hair and blood samples. It's standard procedure to eliminate...
Julie did not kill her father.
I'm not suggesting that at all. Look, Frank, Julie's choosing to cooperate. Why don't you just let her?
No.
I'm sorry?
I won't submit to any tests.
You might want to reconsider that.
You heard her. She said no.
I think it's in your best interest.
No, if you want fingerprints, blood, or anything else from me, you can go through my lawyer.
We can go that route. Who's your attorney?
I don't have one.
Then I suggest you find one as soon as possible.
Do you want something to drink? Nobody really eats apples around here.
No.
Well, I'm gonna have a brandy. I'll bet you think that I must be pretty weak, relying on a shot of brandy for strength.
I don't think you're weak at all. I didn't know that you liked brandy.
There are still a lot of things that we don't know about each other.
Funny you should say that.
You're not laughing. Why is there blood on my bracelet?
'Cause it was lying next to Devlin's dead body.
This is Charles Gibson.
And Lisa McCree. Tomorrow, ABC's own Cokie Roberts' personal story of the women in her life.
Plus the fabulous Whitney Houston and Chef Emeril Lagasse live from Jazz Fest. That's tomorrow on Good Morning America.